G'day from the Bureau. It is Friday the 16th of February and today we're talking about a tropical low over the Gulf of Carpentaria which is going to cross the coast onto the Northern Territory in the next 6 to 12 hours. Looking at the satellite image, we can see where the action is. It's up over these warm Gulf waters where there is a noticeable rotation now to the moisture and the clouds, showing us that there is indeed a tropical low. It's centered over the southwestern Gulf at the moment and it's moving this way. It's moving southwestwards, forecast to cross the coast sometime this afternoon around 3, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We're expecting this coastal crossing to occur, and then through the rest of the day on Friday it will well and truly make its way onto land. Then through the weekend this tropical low is going to carry on a westward trajectory through central parts of the NT, bringing some heavy rainfall through these central areas. And we'll talk a bit more about rain shortly, but firstly, as we see the coastal crossing, damaging winds are possible along this coastline here. The southern coast of the Gulf, parts of North Queensland and northeastern Northern Territory, anticipating strong to gale force winds. We can zoom in a little bit further on this warning area to see where the worst winds are expected. So in Queensland, it's from Burketown up towards the border, which is the straight line here, into the Northern Territory where the warning extends up towards Bing Bong, and that does include Borroloola as well. Outside of this coastal warning for gale force winds, we've got a broader severe weather warning as well, where both strong wind and heavy or locally intense rainfall could occur, covering a larger region of North Queensland, including Domagee, and across the border into this broad part of eastern Northern Territory. Let's check out the track of this tropical low, see which places are likely to pick up the most significant rain. Now on Saturday, it moves westward through the central parts of the state, somewhere near Elliot, and then on Sunday, continuing to move westward out towards that western border with WA by the very end of the weekend. The heaviest rain is likely to be near and just south of the passage of the tropical low, and if we put on the rain accumulation, we're going to see some pretty big numbers over the next few days, primarily north of Tennant Creek here in the Northern Territory. Daily rainfall totals in 24 hours of 50 to 100 millimetres, expected to be quite widespread through this area. Isolated totals more like 150, possibly touching 200 millimetres in places as well. This also includes the far northwest of Queensland. We have got a broad flood watch in place across this area, covering parts of Queensland and the Northern Territory. All of these places could be susceptible to river rises in the next couple of days as this rain does come in. And for some areas, particularly in North Queensland, this is especially significant because it hasn't been a long time since the last round of major flooding. In fact, the floodwaters are still receding in some of these areas. So renewed river rises are possible through spots like Burketown and Domagee. It's really further rainfall into places that just don't need any more wet weather at the moment. So make sure to stay up to date with the weather and the warnings at the Bureau website and app, and as always through severe weather, listen to all advice from local emergency management. Thanks very much for watching.